Hi, Sagittarius. This is your reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this is not going to resonate for every single Sagittarius out there. All right, Sag, let's get started. What is it that my Sagittariuses are going through at this time? Four of Cups. King of Pentacles, the Moon, the Knight of Cups, or actually, there we go. Two of Wands, Justice, Eight of Swords, Three of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Devil, and then we have the Page of Wands. So, Sagittarius, I feel like some of you guys have dealt with a situation where I wouldn't say you were, well, I'm almost getting this sense of boredom. But I'm also getting like somebody here was more open to a connection than another person was. There was a cloud of mystery, though, surrounding this connection. I think that both of you guys haven't quite understood how each other felt. One was more open than the other, of course, but I'm not getting that it wasn't like this. Even the other person that was open more emotionally still was not entirely forthright with their emotions here. I'm getting that for some of you guys, especially when we have that Justice and it's basically in the center of the spread, I'm really feeling like you decided to choose, like you put justice in your own hands here, Sag. And you would cut yourself free from heartbreak. You released whatever this was. And I felt like it had a lot to do with this past. But you chose to move forward. But there was some kind of toxicity about this connection here, or about this situation with this person. I feel like you were dealing with an individual here who you could have just said, you know what, I'm going to move forward and do what I want to do here. I think you cut ties with this person. Even when you didn't want to, but you went within and you figured out what was best for you. Even though it was such a burden, I feel like you tried to fight for this connection and it ended with this tower moment. And I feel like for some of you, you couldn't walk away from it emotionally after that. So there has been this connection here where you wanted to work something out with this individual, but this person was closed off emotionally to you. And because of that, they were closed off to this actual connection that you had. So you stopped fighting for it. You realize there's no point in fighting for a connection where there's nobody that's going to, like, you took care of this connection here, Sag. You nurtured it. You were the one that tried to come forward with it. And when it didn't work out, you took your strength, you took your love and your nurture somewhere else in the world. You decided to stop juggling with this person. And I feel like you defended yourself here, Sag, and then you tried to move forward. Some of you guys, you felt really bad about this because you really wanted this to work. You really wanted this to move forward with this person, but you didn't know how to because this person wasn't willing to invest into you the way you were. And when this person wasn't moving forward, it ended with this Death card here. and you had to pick yourself back up and start all over again. And that caused you a lot of pain and a lot of heartbreak and a lot of disappointment and a lack of clarity in this connection. So somebody here wasn't being completely honest with you, and they held back a lot of information. And I feel like it was something that was kind of an unfair thing here. Let's see, let's pull some clarifiers. Yeah, see, I feel like with this individual, you two could have had a lot of issues going on in the connection. I'm also just getting as well too that this person, they weren't willing to invest into you. This person wasn't investing into this connection properly like they should have. In fact, I feel like this individual kept a lot from you. They could have lied to you about something. I'm also getting with you here, it's like you felt like you were all over the place, perhaps emotionally in this connection, even though you wanted to offer this person something stable. Because I'm just getting that Sag, you or somebody in this connection was not being completely honest about it. And especially when it comes to the past and this reciprocation, I feel like a lot was left unsaid in this connection. And I'm really getting here as well is that for some of you guys, you tried to walk away emotionally, but you found yourself having a really hard time. And I feel like you stayed stuck in this crossroads for a while. And then I think that's when you realized, this person's not going to come back and bring me what I need. So I'm going to have to make a decision. But it's like, again, you had to do it for yourself. You had to pick. You had to choose a decision. You had to choose a path because it wasn't the path that you really initially wanted to go down. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, what this justice is you're going to find your own emotional fulfillment and your own stability. And then I'm getting too that when you released this connection, it helped release a lot of these burdens the second that you're able to walk away from it fully. And I think that it's, even though it still caused you a lot of hurt, and I feel like some of my Sages, you walked away, you released these burdens, but there's still a part of you that still feels connected to this person. But again, there's this sense that you're having a hard time walking away emotionally because of all of this conflict that you felt with this person. And it's something that, you're learning to gain. It's like you having to rely on yourself emotionally and not on this person. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're very defensive when you think about the past because, again, you're back at that crossroads. Every time you think about this past, you just feel like this slight sense of like, I'm not stuck because I'm moving forward, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I feel kind of stuck. It's like that. It's like you're kind of in that crossroad there because there's something here where it wasn't completely reciprocated. And it's like, I feel like this person didn't really open up emotionally here to you, Sag. Yeah, and I'm getting it's a lot to do with that Four of Cups or that Four of Hearts. You wanted a victory with this person and you opened up to this person, but I'm getting the sense that this individual, they had a lot of toxic behaviors. I feel like this was a toxic cycle that you both went through because this person wasn't willing to work things out with you, which caused a lot of pain, but it caused you guys to have a lot of, you were relying on this person to fulfill you emotionally, and that's why that wasn't victorious. That's why there was some issues going on here is because a lot of you guys were relying on this person to make you happy. And I feel like this individual here, when you set off on your own journey, you said, fine, even though you felt left out in the cold with this person here, Sag, you still picked yourself back up. You didn't let this person, even when you were disappointed, even when you were heartbroken, you still went within and you still started to heal. So I feel like this person kind of helped send you on a healing journey here. Let's see, what does this person feel when it comes to my Sag? What Sagittarius is dealing with. What are their thoughts and feelings towards my Sagittarius? So this person wants to communicate with you. I think that they've had time to think about it. I feel like this individual was once in their head tremendously about this. Very still defensive though. They're on guard because they're afraid to let down their guard. They know it's ended, but they still want to talk about it. But there's still this sense of, like, again, there's really no communication. I feel like what they have said, and even how they have left things, they could have walked away, really not showing a good side of themselves. This person, they've had a lot of issues when it comes to the world right now. I think the world hasn't been very kind to them. A lot of karma, I guess you could say. This person could have experienced a lot of karma. Something about their home life. And this person has a lot of conflict in their home life right now, Sag. But I feel like this person is getting karma for not only what they did to you, but even just their actions in general. This person was a very unstable individual, very controlling, manipulative, could have really withheld a lot of information, a lot from you even too. But I feel like this person, though, they see you that you're doing so much better and they want to come forward with you, but something is stopping them. It's like they feel like they are stuck with a roadblock. Yeah. See, I feel like this person is at a roadblock right now in communication. They want to open up to you and they want to reciprocate to you. They want to be honest with you this time around. And they want to move forward with you. And that's what I'm getting with this message here. That's kind of what they're trying to do towards you here because they don't want conflict with you anymore. They feel bad about the situation. But again, they have to be open about the lie. So they're debating because it's like they want to reciprocate with you, but they have to tell you the truth. And they're afraid to do that because they're afraid of how it's going to make them look. But at the same time, they still really care about you and they see you as a counterpart here. And so this person wants to bring back a lot of stability. So I feel like this individual here, they're going to want to come forward and tell you the truth about something. This individual, they want to communicate why they left, and why they did what they did. I'm also getting too that this person couldn't walk away from this connection. They're still looking at the loss of the connection rather than how they can improve upon it. So at this time right now, this person's kind of mourning what has happened and how this connection has ended. Because I feel like they could have saw themselves with you in the long term, but instead they chose other avenues. They chose other things. And they're regretting that now here. So with that 8 of clubs and then that 6 of diamonds, I feel like this person wants to come forward now and they want to give back to you, give back to this connection, and they want to explain themselves. I'm really feeling like this person, they want to put in the work and the effort this time. I'm also really getting as well as they're trying to rebuild up their finances. They don't feel stable enough in themselves, and that's something that they really want to do. So they're waiting on some form of financial stability before coming towards you. I'm also getting here, Sag, that they want to give you a gift. So this person right now, they're thinking about what to give you. They're even asking around people like, hey, what kind of gift can I give Sagittarius? Because it's like they don't want to come in empty-handed, because I get this sense that they know that they want to work things out with you, but they don't want to like just come in and be like, oh, hey, how are things going? You know, they're afraid that you're still holding on to this, and they're afraid that you're no longer waiting for them. And so this person, they want to show you that they're stable. They want to present themselves in a better way. But I feel like they had blocked this connection with maybe a third-party situation, or they just brought a lot of people into the connection. You know, it doesn't have to be a third party, like work could be involved. They chose something over you, though, with those options. And I think that they're regretting that. And that's kind of like they're getting out of that anxious energy, but then when they think about coming towards you, they become anxious again and they pull back. So I feel like this person, they're not talking to you. They're not moving forward physically, and they're not talking to you, but they're in this process of juggling. Because this person is still stuck in their emotions about you, they're still holding back because they don't want to come forward towards you just quite yet. This person's thinking about the past, but right now, like I said, they're building up their finances to come towards you because they don't want to come towards you like empty-handed. And I'm also getting here too that this last couple of years have been kind of a little bit of a blow to them financially as well. But I feel like the people that they've surrounded themselves with were not very good people. They didn't really help this person grow. And they realized that the decisions that they made was out of ego, was out of not the right things. So right now, they're kind of contemplating like, hey, I want to help heal this connection, but how can I do it? So this person, they're kind of right now really discovering themselves, but I just keep getting this sense that something in their life was very difficult for them. And that's really what I'm getting here, Sag, is you're dealing with somebody here who has had, and maybe that's what it is too with that workaholic card. They spend a lot of their time and efforts into work and putting a lot of their time in work. And that could have been another huge factor in this connection, was that they just didn't have time for you. They had a lot of goals and aspirations that they wanted to accomplish. Rejection, and it's in the blocked. This person's afraid of being rejected because I feel like they could have rejected you. So for them to come forward to you, they're kind of like, well, I rejected Sag. What's to say Sag isn't just going to reject me if I come towards him or her with this offer. But they're in this moment right now, kind of self-discovery, discovering themselves. But I feel like this person could have played a lot of tricks with you, a lot of mind games, and that is something else that they're kind of afraid to talk about here. So this person right now is kind of in recovery. Another thing that I'm picking up as well here is this person saw you as a miracle, Sag, and they want to give service to you. They want to grow with you, and they want to balance things out with you. And that's something that I'm really getting. This person, though, they play the victim a lot, but they see you as a soulmate, or they see you as somebody very special in their life, and they don't want to let that go, Sag. And that's something that I'm picking up pretty heavily here. This person with that perfection card, I get the sense that they really don't want to mess this up. And I'm also just keep getting that this person wants to give you a gift. They see you as a miracle. They see you as somebody that has really changed and shifted perspectives in this individual's life. And I feel like they kind of want to come towards you, Sag, with a gift or an offer. They want to talk to you about the past, but they just don't know how to. Another thing that's really interesting is somehow, in some way, you got this person to open up more spiritually. And I don't know how you did that. Maybe you talked to this person about spirituality. Maybe they were even into it at one point. But for some of you guys, this person wasn't even into spirituality when they met you. But somehow down the road, just because they knew you, they're now getting into that spiritual side of themselves. So this person, they're evolving and they're changing and they're shifting, but they're doing it in their time frame, and at the time that they needed to. So I feel like for some of you guys, you could have waited a while for this person to communicate, or you guys could have been broken up for some time. But I feel like this individual, they want to come back with you with an offer, and they want to do it where it's not going to like, how do I say it? It's like they want to give you a gift and they want to come towards you, but they want to do it in a way here, Sag, where it doesn't make them look like they're trying too hard. Does that make sense? Like, they don't want to come off like they are begging or asking, because again, there's this sense of fear of rejection. So they're trying to do it where it's like, oh, it's not a big deal, it's not that big of a deal, but it is to them. It's a huge deal to them. And I feel like they're going to come at it in a more nonchalant way, just because they are afraid that if they open up entirely and bare their heart and soul to you, that you might start to reject them, and that's kind of their fear. So for this individual, I feel like how they're viewing the connection is a lot to do with how they really viewed themselves. They didn't like how, when they look in the mirror, they didn't like how they see themselves. They feel like they really have hurt you, and this person is really discovering who they are now because of maybe even their actions towards you, or even how they said some things about you. So I feel like this person right now is kind of in this mode of really discovering themselves, but also really recovering, because I feel like this person's recovering financially. I feel like this person's recovering emotionally. So this person right now is going through a lot, and I think that you might not be aware of it all. Some of you are aware that this person is going through a lot of difficulties right now, but I'm getting that a lot of you haven't even talked to this person for a while, and now they're like wanting to come forward towards you and communicate to you, but they feel like they need some extra time to recover. Like I said, I feel like a lot of it is financial that they're trying to gain back, because they want to take you out to dinner. They want to kind of talk to you. They want to have an open and honest communication with you. They're just afraid of your reaction and your response to that. So you're dealing with somebody right now who I think is kind of on that verge of deciding whether or not this is a good idea to even come towards you. But I feel like if this person was to come towards you here, Sagittarius, I feel like they would either come to you with flowers or like a drink, like they want to take you out and spend some money on you. Like, that's kind of just what I'm getting here. Because they feel so guilty about maybe even how they could have responded to you in the past, that now, Sag, I feel like that's something that they really want to work on now with you, is wanting to, they kind of want to just, again, they want to show a better side of themselves than maybe you are used to. Because I feel like this person could have really been, honestly, just, I just get that this person has a lot of regret. And they don't really know how to open up and really express themselves in a way that is a proper way. So I feel like this person kind of keeps themselves trapped. And I get the sense that, like, they might even be watching tarot readings, even too. With this mysticism card here, I feel like they could have heard that you became very spiritual. Because for some of you, maybe you became spiritual after this rejection, There's something here, but I feel like you both are now more or less on the spiritual path, or this person is just, like I said, they're getting introduced to spirituality, and this person is learning a lot more, and things are making more sense to this person. So things are kind of clicking into their mind, and eventually they want to come forward and communicate that to you and tell you that and express themselves to you here, Sag. So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully this resonates for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you guys the bestest of luck. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.